Hello guys, welcome to part 10 of Legacy. If you wanna, first of all, this story doesn't belong to me, so if you wanna read it for yourself, the link to the original story will be in the description. That being said, let's get into the video. Chapter 11, Teams and Missions. The remaining of the week went by without any trouble at all. However, both Naruto and Hinata were extra wary when walking outside of their house. Naruto placed a few layers of defensive seal in his house, so his house was very secure. Anyone who tried to force their way in would meet a pleasant 1000 volt through their skulls. During the last week, Naruto and Hinata did a bit of a research about the possible jonin that would be their sensei. Also, Naruto managed to finish his Hiraishin seals. He pressed harder so he could use it to always be present should Hinata need him at any time. However, he still hasn't mastered the technique, so it isn't battle ready. Flashback: both of Naruto and Hinata were at home. Hinata was preparing dinner while Naruto was in the living room working on his steels. Hey Hinata-chan, come here, Naruto said, and Hinata walked out of the kitchen. Naruto thought she seemed even more beautiful with her hair wrapped in a ponytail while wearing a lavender apron. Do you need anything, Naruto-kun? She asked. Naruto approached her and gave slight kiss in the lips. I have a present for you, he said with his hand behind his back, taunting her to try and take it from his hands. Finally giving up, she pondered, pouted, and Naruto smirked, giving her a wrapped gift. She unwrapped it, found a small ring, and gasped. The ring was pure shining silver. It had the form of a fox. The ring started with a hand of a fox and ended with its tail. It is a beautiful, thank you, she said, hugging him. Glad you liked it, but this ring is special. Not only says that I love you, but also contains the Hiraishin Shiki formula, which means that if you are in trouble, just channel some chakra into the ring and I will be there in a flash, he explained, and she gave him a passionate kiss, showing him her undying love. End of flashback. After another thing that Naruto tried to work on during this week was his new Sharingan. He had to admit this new form was fucking awesome. QB also explained the power he knew of the Mongekyo Sharingan since he saw Madara using them. Flashback: Naruto was laying in his bed trying to fall asleep but was finding it hard since the murder attempt on both him and Hinata a couple of days ago. Even though he secured his house, he was always on alert. Deciding to pass the time, he went to his mindscape to talk with the QB about his new eyes. Actually, Naruto changed his mindscape. It was no longer that old sword. Now it was a vast forest with nearby mountains and plenty of animals, so that the QB wouldn't be bored. Hey, Furball, Naruto said, and the QB glared at him. What do you want, brat? I was trying to sleep. The QB said, I can sleep, so I just thought you would explain me the new powers I can use with my eyes, he said. Like I told you, I only seen him use them. I can't even be sure if you can use them. For instance, that power you used last time, I never saw Madara using it. So more than likely the Mongekyo not all more the likely that Mongekyo not always has the same powers, the QB explained. Well, that sucks, Naruto explained. It doesn't mean you can't use them. I will explain the power I saw, so listen well. First, one of the power is an extremely powerful genjutsu called Tsukuyomi, God of the Moon. Once you lock eyes with the enemy, you can cast the technique, and the user is trapped inside the technique. You are the god. You can create and manipulate everything, even time itself. You can make the time pass differently from the outside. It can be 3 days in your technique, but in the real life it only has been a couple of seconds. The difference in this time varies with your skills. Also, this genjutsu is nearly unbreakable. Any another power I saw is called Amaterasu, God of the Sun. It's the highest level of Kato ninjutsu known. With your eyes, you can summon or put out the so-called Amaterasu flames. These are black flames that burn anything in its path and don't disappear until the target you want it is completely incinerated. It doesn't matter if you even use an Shishuin Jutsu, Shishuin Jutsu, they never die until the target is gone. The last power can possibly the most powerful is a defensive armor with offensive capability. It is called Susano, God of the Sea and Storm. It creates an humanoid-like shape armor around you. The more chakra you send, the stronger and bigger it gets. I have seen Susano's perfect form, and let me tell you, it's not it isn't something you want to face. This humanoid armor also creates a shield for defense purposes like deflecting more powerful force attacks, but also a sword for offense. You got all of it. The QB concluded and asked for confirmation. I am awesome. Believe it. Naruto shouted excited with such awesome powers. He still is an idiot. The QB thought, now you know, leave. I am going to sleep. The QB said, slash ordered. End of flashback. With the final week now over, we find Naruto and Hinata at home finishing up their breakfast. Today they would find their teams and meet their Jonin sensei. Are you ready, Hinata-chan? Naruto asked, getting a nod. He held her hand and vanished in a lightning Shishuin towards the academy. They arrived at the roof, not wanting to arouse many questions. They made their way down to their respective classroom. The room was already filled with the friends. However, Iruka Sensei still hadn't arrived. Hinata made her up the stairs and sat in the back row. Naruto, of course, followed her, but as he was walking, he was made by the glare of an Uchiha Sasuke. Sasuke was still pissed by losing to the dope, the dead last of the academy. How could trash like that defeat me and Uchiha? Next time he will beg for mercy, Sasuke thought, smirking. Even though Naruto had grown up physically but also mentally, he still couldn't resist a few taunts, especially for Sasuke, a fellow clan member, so to speak. They stayed like this a few moments, glaring at each other until Sasuke had enough and turned away, plotting the various way he would eyes his brother. Naruto walked up the stairs to join Hinata when another problem appeared in front of him of Inuzuka Kiba. Hey, Hinata-chan, how are you? Kiba asked as he moved to sit next to her. I am fine, Kiba. Stop. That seat is for Naruto-kun, she replied. How come? Hinata-chan, I am better than him, an alpha. Kiba said, rubbing his finger in the brim of his nose. Kiba, of course, being from the Inuzuka, had a high sense of pride and manliness due to the fact that is male and heir to the clan. I don't care what you are, Kiba, and I told you that I like Naruto, she said in an assertive tone. Kiba even took a step back. The shy Hinata she knew was no more. Kiba, stop hitting on my girlfriend, Naruto said as he approached both of them. He passed Kiba, who sneered at him, and sat next to Hinata and kissed her on the cheek to further make his point on Kiba. Stop pestering her, Kiba yelled, gathering the attention of most of the class and waking up the receded Genins. Damn it, Kiba, do you have to be so loud, troublesome? Shikamaru said as he yawned and tried to resume his sleep. Just forget him and go back to your cloud watching, Naruto said. Smart ass, Shikamaru replied and went back to sleep. Kiba Hinata is with me, so I could appreciate if you would stop bothering us, Naruto said, raising his key, making him sweat and further his point. On top of Kiba's head was a small white dog named Akamaru. He was Kiba's partner to their combination ninjutsu. Akamaru just said alpha. However, Kiba didn't listen and tried to push Naruto. What no one saw coming was that Naruto didn't move an inch. It was Hinata that got up and gave Kiba a Jugen strike to the chest, leaving him on the ground clutching in pain. Don't you think it was too much, Hinachan? Naruto whispered to her. I am tired of him always trying to get me to go out with him. Hinata replied with a nod from Naruto. Kiba slowly got up and went to a different seat while glaring daggers at Naruto. A few moments passed and running was heard in the classroom. Suddenly, the door opened and in came running Sakura and Ino. First place, Sakura yelled and tried her best to regain her breath. What are you talking about? My foot was clearly ahead of you, Ino replied. Sakura took her opportunity and ran to the seat near Sasuke. However, it was occupied by Kiva. Kiva, get out so I can sit with Sasuke-kun. The big pink banshee said. Kiba simply snarled, wondering what Sasuke had that he didn't. Deciding to prove he was the alpha male in the class, he jumped onto the table and started glaring at Sasuke. Their eyes a few inches apart. Suddenly, one of the students in the row below got up and pushed Kiba towards Sasuke. To Kiba, everything went in slow motion. He was getting closer to Sasuke, too close. Thump, thump. His face connected with Sasuke. However, this connection was rather unfortunate as they connected with their lips. The entire classroom rose, seeing the most desired male, which was Sasuke kissing the alpha male. Shikamaru woke up and stared and the event. Joji stopped eating. Even Shino slightly dropped his glasses. Look, looks like Kiba finally found his girl, Naruto said loud enough to everyone to hear. The whole male class laughed at the event except for the fangirls who were plotting Kiba's murder. Kiba and Sasuke immediately separated and quickly enough, Kiba received his fate at the ends of the fan girls, leaving him on the ground in a bloody mess. Everyone quieted down after the event, and suddenly the front door of the classroom opened, and Iruka entered with a stack of paperwork his arm beneath his arm. "Good morning, class," Iruka said, and was surprised he didn't need to create a big head jutsu to silence his class. "After today, every one of you are now ninja four of the leaf, but you are mere genin." Iruka started. "The difficult part is only beginning. You will now be divided in teams of 3 members and will be taught by a Jonin sensei. We tried to balance the teams, so here they are. Team on." Naruto at this time dozed off. Team 7. Haruna Sakura, Uchiha Sasuke, Inuzuka Kiba, your sensei will be Hatake Kakashi. Iruka said. Naruto was happy that the third took his suggestion and didn't put him with the Uchiha. Kiba, of course, wasn't happy he was with the Uchiha. He would need to show him who the Alpha was. Team 8. Uzumaki Naruto, Hyuga Hanata, Aburame Shino. Your sensei will be Yui Kuronai, Iruka said, and of course Naruto and Hinata were extremely happy they would be together in their team. Shino was a quiet person. He always kept to himself. He was logical, a good tactician, and long range fighter, so it was a well rounded up team. Hinata was more skilled in taijutsu, Naruto was ninjutsu, and they had Shino long range support. Team 9 is still in calculation. Team 10, Yamanaka Ino, Nara Shikamaru, Akimichi Choji. Your sensei will be Sarutobi Asuma. I will be leaving now. Your senses will be here in a moment. Iruka concluded. Hinata-chan, can I trust Kuranai sensei? You know her, right? Naruto asked. You can. She is a good and kind person, but also a strong jonin. She is like a big sister to me. Are you going to tell her about the Sharingan? Hinata replied and asked. I think I should. I mean, we are going to be a team, right? He asked, and Hinata nodded. The classroom door opened and two Jonins entered. The first one had the traditional Jonin clothes. He wore black Anbu pants and the Jonin flat jacket. He was a tall man with black spiky hair, brown eyes, and braid beard. He also had a 12 guardian ninja sash with the kanji for fire. This person was Sarutobi Asuma and was the son of the third Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen. The other Jonin was a very beautiful woman. She had shoulder-length black hair, red eyes. Her regular outfit consisted of a blood red mesh armor blouse with only the right sleeve visible. Over this is very broad metal which resembles bandages with a pattern on it similar to those of rose thorns. Her hands and upper thighs are also wrapped in bandages. She is Yuhi Kuronai, Konoha's Genjutsu mistress. Team 10 meet Team 10 met at the training ground 12 and 12 in 13 minutes. Asuma said and left. Team 8 meet at the training ground 8 in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Kuronai said and also left. Naruto got up with Hinata and Shino and they both walked out. Once out the classroom, Naruto went to Shino and grabbed him and used lightning Shishuin towards the training field. Kurunai was currently waiting at the training ground. She thought it would be a while until they arrived. She sensed chakra around her. She got up and saw their team arriving with Shishuin. She saw it was Naruto that used it. Naruto, you can use the Shishuin? She asked. One normally doesn't see a genin using the Shishuin, even though it was a D rank technique. It usually use quite a bit of chakra. Yes, I can. Ikurunai sensei Hinata-chan can use it also. He replied. What do you don't know? What do we do now? Sensei Hinata asked. We introduce ourselves, names, likes, dislikes, dreams for the future, stuff like that. I will go first. My name is Yuhi Kuronai. I like learning new genjutsu and working in the garden. I dislike perverts and traders. My dream is to be the best genjutsu user and a strong konoichi. You are next, Naruto, she said. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. I like Hinata-chan training and ramen. I dislike traders and ignorant person. My dream is to be the best Hokage Konoha has ever seen. He replied, looking at the Hokage monument, more especially at his father said. He turned around to Hinata. My name is Hyuga Hanata. I like Naruto-kun, cinnamon rolls, training and flower pressing. I dislike people that hurt Naruto and traders. My dream is to become a strong and brave Konoichi and get rid of the Hyuga's pride. She said, splitting the name Hyuga. Even though she hated her father, she would do her best to help her former clan. My name is Aburame Shino. I like bugs. I dislike people who mistreat and don't understand bugs. My dream is to become a good clan head. Shino said, very well. Kuronai started. Naruto and Hinata have already been training for some time, so they can work well together. I expect the same from you, Shino, she said, getting a nod from him. I don't expect any type of problem between you, so we are officially a team. Now I'm going to test you to see your ability. It is now 9 o'clock. Your objective is to capture me until noon. Got it? She asked. Seeing all of them nod, she disappeared into the forest. The group came close and started discussing their plan. Kuronai was hiding in the forest near a tree using a low-level genjutsu when she saw Naruto approach at fast speed towards her. Figures. The report said he was the dead last, but also brash and loud. She thought. Naruto threw a blind punch, to which Kuronai dodged and returned his punch. However, to her surprise, her punch went through him, revealing it was just a bug clone. She shook them off and jumped back. She scanned her surrounding her eyes widened when she saw a fireball coming to her. She jumped to the left where Hinata was and got hit a few times before substituting with a nearby log. Her team regrouped to plot another plan since the first almost worked. Kuronai was watching even more carefully since she was caught off guard in a hinged bug clone. She had a few close points but nothing to measure. Kuronai was jumping from tree to tree when against her came a barrage of shuriken. She dodged to the left and engaged with Hinata in taijutsu, noticing she was being overrun. Kuronai jumped back and something caught her ankle. She looked down and saw Naruto pulling her down, trapping her. Naruto jumped off the ground and Kuronai was replaced by a log. Damn, she always escapes. Naruto replied, if I used real attack I could easily win. Naruto thought disappointed. Kuronai decided to hide herself in a high-level genjutsu while she was resting. Their team was no pushover. She felt her chakra almost all gone. Shino's bugs must have been draining her while she was distracted. She snapped out of her thought when she heard exploding water wave, Hinata said. Electronic murder, Naruto said. The combination of these two was an effective electrified wave of water forcing Kuronai to jump up. Naruto was expecting this and gave her a drop kick, sending crashing to the ground. Kuronai got up and suddenly was unable to move. She looked around her and heard Fuing Jutsu, four corner ceiling trap. Naruto said they finally caught Kuronai, trapped in a trap seal. This technique works by placing a seal in four places for mean a square. When the target is inside, the user can activate and automatically freeze the enemy in place. Congratulations, you are all very good. Hinata, your taijutsu along with Naruto is impressed, and also so is your ninjutsu. Shino, you have proven long range support. You have provided long range support, and you drained a good chunk of my chakra. Your clan skills seem good, but you will need you need elemental ninjutsu as well. Naruto, I don't know you knew I didn't know you knew Finjutsu. Kuronai explained. Since we are going to be a team, there are few things I need to tell you. I believe I can trust you, Kurona Sensei, and also Shino. Naruto replied, getting nods from both of them. First, Kuronai Sensei already knows this, but Shino but not Shino. They say that the fourth Hokage killed the Kyuubi, but that is a lie. The Kyuubi cannot be killed. It is true that his physical body can be destroyed, but he would reform later on. Since he couldn't be killed, the fourth only choice was to seal him inside a newborn baby. Me. The Kyuubi is trapped here in my gut. Naruto said, a bit hesitant about his reaction. I understand if you want to change team, Naruto said, looking at Shino. Nonsense, Naruto. From start, I already knew that the QV, since my bugs would detect its chakra. Besides, I can relate if only a small level. My clan uses bugs that are inside of us as well, so the village always is a bit uncomfortable when dealing with us. Shino said in a stern voice. Thank you, Shino. Just one thing. The QB it's a he, not a it. He's a nice guy once you get to meet him, Naruto said, and Shino raised an eyebrow. Naruto, how can you say he's a good guy? He nearly destroyed the whole village, Kurunai asked, outraged. Sensei, I can tell you everything, but I can tell you that the QB was being controlled by the Sharingan and was forced to attack the village. Naruto said. Kurunai wanted to argue, but the Naruto wouldn't budge. Speaking of Sharingan, Naruto said and activated his. I am a Sharingan user. Since we are a team, I am trusting you with this information. I would like to keep this a secret until I reveal it, Naruto said, and Shino kept his stone face. However, Kurunai was doing a very good impression of a fish out of water. Naruto, are you an Uchiha? Kuronai asked. I am on my father's side. I will say no more until I reveal my heritage, Naruto concluded. And you already have a fully matured. Kurunai said, yep, I awakened when I was 5. And when Hinata was kidnapped, I killed the kidnapper and got the third Tomoe, Naruto said, and Kurunai's jaw hit the ground. Are you saying that you killed a Jonin when you were 6 years old? Kuronai asked. The only thing I can say it was pure luck. He underestimated me. Paid the price. Underestimated me and paid the price. Naruto explained. Don't worry, Naruto. We will keep it a secret. You can trust us. Shino said. Naruto, I have one question. You obviously are very skilled, so why are you the dead last? Kuronai asked. What do you mean? It is true that I was dead last during the academy to hide my true strength, but in the last exam I graduated as the rookie of the year, Naruto said. But I read your report and it was said that you were the dead last in everything. Kuronai replied confused. I get it. The person that filled the reports must have been an arrogant, ignorant, and since I was the QB, she filled me as the dead last, possibly putting Sasuke as the rookie of the year. It doesn't matter actually. It is even better. Now the enemy will underestimate me. Naruto said, and the Kuronai just shrugged it off. Okay, team, meet here tomorrow at 8 a.m. We will train in the morning and do missions in the afternoon. Kurunai said. The day ended with Naruto and Hinata going home happy that both of them were on the same team. That's all for part 10. If you wanna be notified when I release part 11, then hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification to be notified when part 11 drops. That being said, that's all for this video. Goodbye. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and comment. Bye bye.